some based on feedback and me not wanting to ruin my husband's childhood collectibles. So, we're gonna do a couple different sounds before we get started, but thank you guys so much for being here. We've got those Q-tips. Let's do the cloth. This might not be super loud. That cloth there. please let me know in the comment section on the best part, or just the best part of your day. We had some interesting stuff go on in the neighborhood today. Some people, a man, he parked in front of my house. I had to come home for lunch for something, and I kind of waited in the road. I didn't know why he was in front of my house, and I didn't want to get out by myself, you know. And so then he saw I was kind of lingering, and so he didn't know that it was my house, but he pulled into my driveway and parked, and I'm still sitting there confused. And so I just hit my garage door clicker, like the opener thing, and opened it really quickly and then shut it, so he knew, like, hey, this is my house. And so he sat there for a second, and then he slowly backed out, and then went and parked in front of one of my neighbor's houses, and then just took off really fast, and it was just super weird. So I just sent a message to the neighborhood people. I'm just like, hey, be on the lookout in case a guy pulls into your driveway and just sits there. And somebody had said that that same vehicle pulled into their driveway, honked their horn a couple times, and then left. I just almost coughed. And it was just super strange, and so we did not see the vehicle again. Well, then, later this afternoon, there was a man just walking through people's yards and looking into empty, like if the garage door was up, you know, and a car was missing, like looking in the empty sections. And so they called the police because they told him, like, hey, this is private property, you're gonna have to leave. And he did not leave. He just kept wandering around. But he's gone now, so I'm not sure. We were out dropping off, I'm gonna get a new Q-tip actually, dropping off a card in the mail from an eBay sale that I had today, so we did not see the guy. We just saw the pictures that they posted in the neighborhood of the man. So I'm gonna get some more water on this and go again. I do wish I could use rubbing alcohol. I feel like it would get it a lot cleaner, but I don't want to mess it up, and distilled water is a very safe option, so we're just gonna keep going over it with that until it starts to not look as dirty. But do you guys collect any of these? Do you have any of these, like, thick gold bar cards? use a good scrub here. Do it like this. Luckily, no gold is coming off right now, so that 25 there is going to be tough to clean for sure. I love that I just put my hand over the side we just finished cleaning. I'm going to do it this way. There we go. Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna hold it like that, so that way I don't dirty up the side that we have we've already cleaned. So get down here really good. Maybe get some more actual cleaning sounds. This is probably going to be a quieter video than the others just because there's no buttons or anything to press. I was going to try to clean my keyboard for my PC, but it is a very loud typing keyboard, and I did not think that it would make a very good video, so I decided that these gold bar cards would be cool to clean instead. I've reached out to a local gaming store about if they get any controllers or anything in, like people sell their system and bring the controller. Well, it's kind of dirty and they can't sell it. They're just gonna throw it away. If they would let me know, because I would like to use it for the channel. I could clean those and really bring them back to life, since they were gonna be thrown in the trash anyways. So I'm trying to find more things to clean for all of you, because I do know that you enjoy these videos a lot, and I don't want to just not put any of those out just because I don't really have a lot of controllers left to clean, because some of my other stuff is pretty clean. It's pretty well taken care of, and so dip that again. We're gonna transfer it back to this. Do it this way. What are you guys gonna eat for dinner tonight? Anything super good? Are you cooking anything? Are you going out to eat? Alright. So there is the completed Pikachu. There's still some scratches, but I am not able to get the scratches out. So I think that you can tell one of these is a lot more shiny than the other. So I think that we did a really good job with the Pikachu one. So now we get to try to do something about this filthy one, Togetic. Like, that is super dirty and super gross. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna try to dust this off just a little bit. I don't think any of this is loose dirt. It's kind of sticky, to be honest. We're gonna get another section here of our rag. Dunk that into Ascended Heroes ETB again. I have a Chaos Rising ETB that we could open. For the sports side, I've got 5 vintage packs of baseball cards. I have an entire hobby box of the new Hockey Series 1 packs. And I'm going to be on the lookout for more Topps signature class football cards. I opened some the other day. And I got an autograph out of a Walmart blaster box of Herman Moore from the Detroit Lions back in the day. Turned into a commentator, I believe, after he stopped playing. Let's see if we can get this cleaned up. Switch signs. That sign's getting a little worn down. This one's a little tougher. It's got a little more crevices up